Hey there, and welcome back to the demo of Monster Train 2. Back at it again. I have been neglecting all of Monster Train 1 so much while I've been playing this demo. I started playing mobile Monster Train again, and I tell you what, I'm losing all the time. The thing that trips me up the most is that I'm used to, in Monster Train 2, going vertically up on the map. Whereas in Monster Train 1, you go vertically down, and I've been getting very confused by that. I keep trying to click on the combat above me, and that is unbelievable that is the thing that throws me for the biggest loop between the two games, is the fact that you're going up versus down. So that's crazy. But the game is just so different. I'm really excited for when this thing launches. So that's pretty much the only thing I'm going to open with, just by saying that. I also think that there's a lot of commentary I want to make on the demo in the terms of, like, I want to, even though, I'm banned from talking about balance, I'm not going to talk about it in these normal runs because it's clear that folks at large don't really want me to. But I do think there's room for discussion about it, and I want to make some separate videos, I think, talking about just how much more aggressive the balancing is in Monster Train 2 from what we can see. Because if you plopped Pyreborne or Banished one for one into Monster Train 1 with what we've seen so far, they would be far and away the best clans by a wide margin. They would be just such offensive powerhouses. Defensively, even though Pyreborne really doesn't have any defense baked into it, its base stat lines are just higher than things that you expect in Monster Train 1. As a result, you can just face tank on health a good chunk of the way there. And when you include things like the room cards, because you kind of have to assume them because they're baked into the clan's balance, then things get even more interesting. There's a lot of defense you can pick up there as well. So, kind of interesting overall. I think it's something I definitely want to explore more in some side videos. I'm not really sure what form those will take yet, but I think there's a lot of consideration to be given there. There's a lot of interesting stuff to talk about. I just wish I could click the logbook. That's the thing that gets me. Even if the logbook were just limited to the pages for the clans I can see, it's really difficult for me to talk through these things without a logbook, right? What do I put on the screen while I'm talking through it? I guess I could go through the run history. At least that exists, right? So I can go in here and I can view my runs, and then you can kind of poke around in here and be like, when I'm talking about Miser, I can bring this up or whatever. But it is still a little bit annoying because you have to figure out which of my runs have the specific cards I want to talk about. I don't know. Anyway, that's about as much as I'll say there. We're going to be playing some Monster Train. I don't honestly remember which champion we're on. Let me actually verify that for me real quick. I think our previous run was Banished, which puts me back at Fell. Or not Fell, the other one, Phoenix. Fell, Phoenix, they all sound the same to me, right? F word with an E. Yes, cool, great. Seems like my memory is correct. We did Banish last, so we'll do Phoenix now. Some random stuff I want to mention, at least. These are things I've been mentioning more recently because every time I do, it turns out random folks go, hey, actually, wow, I didn't realize you had this. I want to mention, if you want to talk about the game, obviously there's the official Monster Train Discord channel, but I also have a Discord channel, the server rather, and you can find the information for it on my main channel page. If you scroll down to my information, it's in there, right? There's an invite link. Basically, a lot of us have kind of like congregated and are just chatting about the demo and other things here. So if you want to be involved in that, please stop on by. Happy to do it. I'm pretty responsive there as well because of the nature of my job, obviously. NASA stuff, right? So I can be on Discord and things. But yeah, that's basically that. Otherwise, not much else to say, so as always, do like, comment, subscribe, the buttons are cool and everything is appreciated, and let's see what we get on Phoenix, right? Let's check it out. You know, it's crazy. Some people have mentioned to me having 100 wins in the demo. I've played the demo for, well, I want to say 15 runs, because I lost the first one in the form of the opening run. Actually, I think that makes it, yeah, it's 15 runs I've played of the demo. I have not played 100 runs of the demo. I don't feel like I need to play 100 runs of the demo to have a good sense for these things, but I think something above my multiple thousands of hours in Monster Train 1 gives me a good sense for how everything works. But man, 100 runs, it's a lot. That's a lot of game time. I mean, that gives you a lot of insight into stuff, and that's a really good demo when you think about it, right? You didn't pay any money for that, so that's pretty good. If you get 100 runs out of a demo, then you assume what a run is, maybe, if you're going really fast, 30 minutes. So that's what, 30 minutes times 100 runs? So 50 hours of gameplay? That's a lot of time spent in a demo. That's a really good demo. I'm pretty pleased with that. I do think, based on recent GDC stuff as well, I think the release is closer than anyone thinks. I don't know when it's going to be, but I think it's actually pretty close. I don't know. If I were going to guess, I'm guessing sometime in May. That's my pitch right now. Based on what we've seen so far, I think May is probably when it's going to release. For a few reasons. One, Monster Train 1 released in May, so I think that's a good callback. Two, we were in the Next Fest demos, right? So that means it's probably in the next quarter, so I'm thinking Q2, right? Which May lines with. It could be June, I guess, but we don't know. I think May sounds right. Three, they've talked about doing a lot of reveals in April, so I don't think they're going to do reveals in April and then shadow drop it or whatever. I think they're going to try to build up some hype. So with that in mind, I think April's going to be mostly learn about some stuff that's in the game month, and then maybe some more blog posts. We saw one about some Pyre hearts, which seemed cool. I don't remember exactly which they were. I don't want to make stuff up, but it's on Steam. You can look at it. There's a couple they showed off. They look cool, as far as I can tell. Very interesting as far as power level goes. And then, yeah, so everything kind of points me to guessing May, I think. So we'll see. But that's my current pitch. Anyway, we're playing a run. Let's get into it. Same bosses as always. Savagery, Kale. I need to not call them Savagery. I'm used to doing this because of things like Temper and Seraph from Monster Train 1, but I think Seraph is... I don't know. I really don't know what to expect here from the bosses, right? Kale seems like kind of a standalone, but he's associated visually, I think, with what? He's got the green stuff going on. I think that leans, if I'm guessing right based on what we can see so far, I think that's Dominion? I don't know. It might be whatever the other one is. I don't actually know. All we know is there's a lot of savagery discussion, but I think the Dominion is one that's coming up. So I think Kale's maybe associated with that. Oh yeah, it literally says it. That's why I'm remembering this. Right, Titan of Dominion. So we have Titan of Dominion, and then I guess these Chosen of Savageries. I don't know why I'm talking lore stuff here. This is not interesting perhaps, but I don't know. I'm trying to imagine what the bosses look like. I think, so Kale will always be associated with Dominion. Maybe there's like an Archean of the other ones? Maybe there's an Archean Scion of Dominion? That could be interesting. I don't know. Well, who can say? Anyway, Monster Train runs. We get the Proto Heart Cage today, so no special abilities. Cool. Hooray, random. Sometimes you get the default guy, and sometimes you get the one that's +1 card draw for a while. I do think that 40 attack is pretty good. I remember first commenting on this back when I think the demo was being previewed to me, that I thought that this attack power was too low for Proto Heart Cage. I think they did buff this. I mean, they had to have, right? The number wasn't 40 initially. I think that was my actually initial pitch. So, you know, maybe my videos do affect balance. I don't know. I made a comment on it in a video and it shows up here. It seems pretty cool. Anyway, Lava Armor, Divinity, Hothead for my opener. These are nuts for the record. Lava Armor is fantastic. I'm a huge fan. Just bonus stats. Revenge Apply Pyrogel 3. Divinity is great in my opinion. Renewing stats is good on the front line, but also just, I think it's an efficient card. I'm a fan of it in general. So that's great. And then Hothead is the hero of our time. He's currently, from what I can tell, leaning towards being the hot shark of our generation. This guy is just absolutely cracked. He is so good. Maybe one of the best units, maybe the best unit in the thing. I love this guy. I think he's also a very strong linchpin of the game's design. So I think when I say that I love him, I mean, he's really strong. But I don't think he should change. He seems like a very core element of the game's design, which is important. You need these sort of foundational pickups, in my opinion. And I think, so based on that, I think he's really important to exist. right? You need a unit that says AoE damage, short cooldown, based on attack. The fact that it does it twice is cool, I guess. It's cool. I don't know what else to say about that. I think you could probably get away with doing it once, so do like twice your attack once, but I don't know. That is technically a nerf, I think, regardless. Let's go. Sea Horde the first. Well, it's going to be Sparkflint Catalyst here. When a unit without Pyre Gel gains it, it gets +6 stacks. Incredible. Incant is also triggered by unit abilities. This has, like, very few triggers. I have to assume if this exists that there's probably incanters in other clans, right? Because the only way this makes sense is if this is also helping out your secondary clan. So I think that one of the other clans that we've had, like, I think they've been name dropped, but we don't know what they do. They have to have incant in order for this to make any sense. Anyway, I'm going to take Sparkflint because it doesn't make sense to lean in on incants here. We get Golden Crown or Pyromaniac. I just did Pyromaniac run, so I think we're going to go with Golden Crown. Seems good. I like money. Turns out one of my favorite things in video games is just more money. Draw -1 trial, sure, not a problem. I think people have commented a lot that this trial is easy, and I think it's not true. The reason it feels easy is like I think a lot of people are picking that other Pyre Heart automatically, and in doing so, I want to maximize turns on money making. In doing so, I think what's happening is people are like, it's fine because you're drawing 5 still, right? And so you don't think about the downside here. But I do think the downside is real. Right? I think there's a very obvious downside here. So, yeah, give me Firestarter. Yeah, great. See, like, you'll notice it here. I only draw 4 cards. That's very high impact to me. I'm only seeing 4 of my cards. It takes an extra turn entirely to get through my deck. So, yeah. Okay, I want money. Is there any way I can... It's not really another great way. I'm only going to get 2 rounds of money making here unless I can do, like, ascending stuff. Do breathe fire here. Yeah, I mean, we're very strong on this combat. I have no doubts of winning it, but I'm just trying to think if there's any way I can possibly... That 8 Pyre Gel, incredible. Absolutely amazing. I don't know if there's any way I can actually squeeze out an extra Dragon's Horde here, but fair enough. Guy hits me once and then immediately passes away. Seems good. Cool. Confident victory. We get the trial. We get everything else. Good stuff. Pyreball, Flicker. I don't generate a lot of... What is it called? Pyre Gel right now. I don't think it's Snotty Whelp. This guy's kind of bad. I'm going to take Flicker. I think that's decent. Pyreball is... I don't know. The front enemy unit's a tough target here. It's a cool effect, but I don't know. I think if I were updating this, I'd just make it work on any unit, right? If I could target a backline with this, this would be cool, right? Because then you actually get to use the explosive element of this. How often are you killing the front line here so that you're getting excess damage? This just feels like it should be cheaper or something, but I don't know. I'm talking balance. Look at me go. It's hard for me not to do it, right? It's hard for me not to do it. It's one of my favorite things in video games. Alright, we're going to do Selfless Sacrifice. I need Damage Shield. Savagery is going to punch us in the head if I don't. I'm not taking this money. I'm going to hoard it up, I think, so we'll save it for next floor. I do want to try to get a large stone on Hothead. I know that means I can't put it with Phoenix, but that's okay. Incredible. A large stone and a multi-strike. Wow. Okay. Now here's your question. I like multi-strike Fledgling here because he has a strike effect. But the question remains of what pairs well with Phoenix, and it might be the Avenger. I think we take the Fledgling because the multi-strike is present, and I can afford both of these. So we have huge Hothead, incredible, and then multi-strike Fledgling, and this seems really good. And you could put Avarice on Hothead and make some cash, but I want to save that slot. No Steel Shop coming up, sure. Alright, fine. We move on. I think with these pickups, I feel very confident about the run. I will say, Invasion Trial is almost certainly a really good thing here, right? Because it lets me guarantee that turn 1 here. I'm going to play this middle so I can blast here. Can't fit the last guy, not a problem. Yeah, you just kind of go, you breathe fire here, but great. Okay. I do want to breathe fire on this turn. Very important. I want to ping one guy upstairs for sure. Actually, I think the correct play is to just give Valor upstairs so that we get the strike triggers in the back. Yeah. Okay, great. Alright, we clear some dudes here. All good. Flicker middle, for sure. I normally would put this bottom floor and get that healer, but I want the benefit of this. How do I want to approach you? 12, 24, 19, 43. I think what we actually want to do is lava armor here, and then we can play the... We gotta work on this, man. I'm not gonna play Divinity on this one. We're gonna breathe fire on this turn, so I don't really care about this. Right? Yes. I had to make sure he wasn't dying. But we're actually super okay. Cool, yeah. Now, I could stab him. I think we're gonna breathe fire on him, so I don't really care that much. So I think we just actually tank this out and let it happen. It's okay that he doesn't get Pyre Gel, right? He's dead anyway. Bomb. Alright, cool. And then I can go ahead and Divinity middle, and we're golden. He rises up and gets fire breathed on him. He's dead. Pretty sure we win, actually. Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten the Dragon's Crown back anyway. But, you know, fair enough. My man stands no chance. Incredible. Can't even beat Hothead. It's too powerful. Way too powerful. We love to see it. Now, I don't get... What is it? I'm gonna Steel Shot for a while. It's always alchemy here, for sure. There's no real doubt. More Dragon's Horde faster is better. Rising Rage is great. Speed me up. Windblade is also pretty good. We have a shift trigger on Demonic Fledgling, which makes this pretty potent. Which gives him double shift triggers for gaining Valor and Rage. Now, Rage, of course, ticks down, so I don't necessarily love it. Rising Rage seems more important, ascend a bigger floor, then you could eventually just put this huge Hothead in front. Yeah, it's gotta be this, right? We're gonna save here. Yes, I think we can get up to Dragon's Horde 8 real quick. I'm gonna go Magic Shot because there's a chance I get a Remove Consume -2 on the Alchemy, which would be huge. Unfortunately, we don't get it this way, so I am gonna -2 consume the Divinity, and then I think spin this. I'll be able to reroll. I give up the Intrinsic. Man, I might need to take this Intrinsic Selfless Sacrifice planning for Savagery, right? I think I need to. You could also Intrinsic the Rising Rage, but I think this is more important. Okay. Alright, fair enough. Unit-wise, we get a Firebrand, which is probably the other unit I would just happily grab here, so we're just going to grab that. Love having that. Can't take this 20 consume in any meaningful way. I guess I could burn a fire starter. We'll take it, sure. Why not? Seems fine. We won't reroll. Can't do it anyway. Okay. We get Bone Dog. Alright. Can I fit Bone Dog on the floors? Anywhere. Probably. It's early enough that it's like, how many combats? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 combats. So 5 combats is worth plus 50. Or I can take the pendant and that's worth probably around 50, right? Because you take the final hit, which is probably like 10 damage, and then you get fully healed. And then that's what, 42? So I think pendant is always better here. And you don't have to play any games with his Celebrate. So unfortunately I think it is the pendant. That's fine. I'm happy to do it. I don't have to think about it, but now I get this benefit. That's cool. It's a really good event, by the way. This is one of those things where it's like, I'm imagining at higher difficulties we're going to take a truckload of Pyre damage, right? I mean, it just makes sense. So my thought is it would be great if he had Bone Dog's pendant, right? Just really strong. Anyway, we have a killer setup here. I can do Firebrand in front of Hothead here, and we're cruising. And we can do the Send play. So actually, I want to put You put Firebrand in front, and that's incredible, right? Yes. I can do some real fun games here by playing shift angles, right? This guy gains stats when I kill a dude on his floor. That's okay. That worked out pretty well. We get to breathe fire on him now, which we'll definitely do. Who gets divinity here? Because someone's getting divinity here. Is it top floor? I think it's actually Hothead because he double benefits here. We breathe fire on this. If I breathe fire on this, we actually get this kill here, which I think is correct. So I will do that. Yes. Okay, he goes middle. This is fine. I do want to play out this alchemy as a priority. It's a really good turn, though, if I don't do it. I should redraw it, right? So I think we'll actually play the Divinity, the Lava Armor, and we'll get some more Valor upstairs. This secures the combat for us, I believe, right? Yes, that's helping a lot. We breathe fire here, killing a guy. The last man that walks up gets hit by Phoenix. I don't want to overkill too hard on this one. So let's play out a unit, actually. It helps my redraws, I think. Firebrand should face tank this to victory, I think. Right? Yeah, we get the alchemy back. Great. Breathe fire here. Great. We're maxed out. We're golden. Good. Okay, we should be alright. Yeah, great. I breathe fire here. Bomb. Alright, good. I could elevator him in front. It's true. So you elevator him up, and then I can pull Firebrand back forward. And this floor absolutely crushes, right? Just completely crushes, I think. So we have no fears. No fear at all. We actually get another Golden Crown proc, but there's no real reason to do it. Because, I mean, we already have 8, right? It tells me that we can get farther, though, right? I can... Like, if I had 10 openings here, I could get 10. So, whew, buddy, 51 by 2. Seems good. Click cards because they're fun to click. Great. Then I elevator the boss, and I lose. Actually, I think I would still win because of the Pyre gel, but... So, alright, Sanctuary is a good card. Offensively, I feel pretty decent. Hell Furnace will matter with the Lava Armors, but it's not as fast as I'd like. There's other things like Magma Cultist, which make Hell Furnace go nuts. I think Sanctuary is the pick here. Another defensive play into Savagery seems good. Man, just some really good units. Firebrand and Hothead. I already have these, though. I don't need another one. I already have a Fledgling, too. I don't need an extra one of these units. I'd rather dupe than do anything. And with Rising Rage, I don't want space. Ember sounds okay. I could certainly take advantage of Ember. Unit-wise, we're playing, what, 1, 2, 3 Ember in our phase, in our deployment phase. I'm imagining a world where I'm going to an arms shop, and then with an arms shop making something deployable, but if I look at when that lines up, right, ring 5, maybe? There's another one on ring 8. I'm thinking, do I need the Ember now is really the question. I think we'll benefit from it, right? Let's take this. Draw is always good. We might go Ember draw, I'm thinking. We are going to loot here for 8. Great. Yeah, hidden coffers. It's early enough. I think I can benefit from this. We'll take it. I'll go to 10. The other ones are really strong, but that's fine. Ooh, Vola's Tuning Fork. Suddenly, Ember is not a question. I do like this Martyr Signet. We have enough time. Man, all these relics are so good. Lost Luggage is huge. I'm going to take the Tuning Fork because... in spite of everything, this is still just absolutely cracked energy. And now, I mean, I can play a billion cards. Look how many things just got free in my deck, right? Sanctuary going to Rising Rage at 0. Incredible. Now, I do want to lean in on upgrades, so I think we go left here. Even though it wastes the Pyre remains, it's worth it. Yeah, Titanite into Firebrand is humongous. I'm gonna go ahead and reroll here. Dualism. Wow, I want... Oh my gosh. The multi-strike dualism fledgling has to be it, right? Has to be it. It's huge. Absolutely cracked. Yeah, okay, fine. Man, that's good. Definitely Golden Crown. We're going up to 10 here, which is good. We should be able to do it without too much problem. Man, I want to dupe this thing, don't I? Really want to dupe this guy. He's nuts. Yeah, we're gonna do it, right? He's just so good. I gotta do it. People give Demonic Fledgling some crap here. I don't know. He seems like a really good unit to me. The fact that he has strike triggers and shift triggers. So the thing is that he's always doing something productive is why I like him so much. He's just such a flexible unit. And it's obvious to me that he's intended for an archetype that doesn't shift, right? So you can imagine a world where like Firebrand tank, Fledgling backline, maybe the alternate champion in Banished, whatever it is also plays into this, right? Because obviously Fel wants to shift, right? That's not really a question. But so if Fel wants to shift, that's fine. But I think there's incidental shifting that gets done, which I really like here. So like, this looks like my floor, right? We'll put this other man down here. We filled up every slot here. Yeah, great. But like, so when you shift, he doesn't fail. He still does an okay job, and that's great. That I consider really important. But let's go ahead and buff this up, right? Being able to play both divinities here is crazy. Crazy good. So like, you imagining a floor with some kind of setup that doesn't shift very much, and then the fledglings in the back is kind of the idea here. I'm thinking and pausing because I really do want to make sure... Yeah, okay. I want to make sure this Executioner reaches top floor so I can benefit from Phoenix's whole deal. Ah, yes, the Shield Bearer. That's okay. I will accept one... Actually, I'm going to breathe fire on that floor, right? Yes. So we can lean into other stuff here. And just kind of chill, play nothing. Yes. Okay, we're breathing fire on this one. Firebrand is going mad with power, which is incredible news. We breathe fire here. I'm going to go ahead and play the Golden Crown first. Get rid of the curse. Breathe fire middle to just end it, and that's fine. Now, I can't unfortunately get any Pyre Gel downstairs. I'm giving up this collector, sadly. Yep, sadly it is. Alright. Who gets my damage shield? I'm gonna put it upstairs, I guess. That's fine. I'll play it out, sure. Man, Bolas is crazy. This artifact is just so good. Alright, I want to ascend the squad. So the first action is we're going to get the fledgling upstairs. I'm then going to go ahead and we're going to do a big shift routine here. Good. 2 turns. Unfortunately, in 2 turns, I need to draw fast, so let's kill a curse guy here. We have 2 turns. I need this floor to live. It's tough. So the only way I can do this is if I can get Ascend, or if I can disable my Hothead somehow. That's a bummer. There's no way he lives, so unfortunate. I don't think we get as high on... I don't think we get all 10 here, and that's going to have to be okay. Unfortunately, I couldn't keep this Supplicant alive, so shame. I'm pretty confident we win on bottom floor anyway, because I think Firebrand is too strong. So I would like to fire starter my Firebrand, I think, and we're going to hope that she loses. Okay, great. The 4 Pyre Gel was enough for her to lose. Good job. Now, I can pull a guy forward. I do want to kill these curse guys. Great, this is perfect. Is it? Stealth Fire Gel. There we go. I got an extra 100 health there. Alright, cool. I'm really kind of tweaking this out. My goal here is I want to lose either mid-floor. Yeah, 200 and something health. Okay, we're actually... I was close. I could have killed myself here, but really the plan is we ascend on this guy, and that's great. And I think we are chilling here. Here, you can go ahead and farm this out. I forget you have a heal, which is very entertaining to me. Just shoot it myself. The goal here is I wanted to get one last Dragon's Crown out. Getting to 6 helps. So, great. I can go ahead and just pull some stuff around. It doesn't really matter at this point. Just click cards because it's fun to click cards. That's why we're here. Unless the clicking of the cards hurts, we're going to click them. Alright, with 6, I think I'm okay going in on it. Man, Dragon's Breath is really good here if I can get it out. Now, the other question is, Greed is really nice. This is a lot of money, right? I'm playing all 3 floors is the biggest challenge. Pyreborne kind of doesn't care if I attack her. I'm going to take Greed here because I'm greedy. Shield of Wing is just insane tier. Songbird behind Firebrand would be silly. Demonize is also really strong at 1 cost. I think we're going to take the Demonize, actually. Gosh, that's such a good card. Actually, it's got to be the Shield. It's got to be the Shield. And I will loot. 6 is an important threshold if we look. So 6 is when you first get the random other artifact, which I think is a super good cutoff point. So I will loot this at 6. We get Flaming Talons, incredible. I will take that. Pyre Gel plus Sparkflint is good. Odie's Totem. +1 Ember per turn, -3 Deployment Ember. So my Deployment Ember right now is 2. This would go to -1, so I'd have 3. Well, 4, because I'm also getting +1. There's only really a 2 Ember swing in deployment if you do the math on this. So, am I actually using that much Ember otherwise? I don't think I am. I have enough. I think we actually just sell this, because I might deployable something. I'm going to sell it. Unfortunate, but fine. Okay, Arm Shop time maybe? Or is it Magic Shop time? I think Magic Shop time is high value. I could make, maybe if I can replay Alchemy. And the removals are nice. I think the removals are nicer than whatever we get on the Pyreborne banner or the Alcove. So yeah, we'll move over to the left. See what we hit. Double stack. I wish I could double stack Dragon Sword. That would be cool. Reminder that holdover actually nerfs most of my cards, so double stack. Double stack -1 Divinity is pretty good, though. We're going to go ahead and do that. I'm basically paying to get it back to where it was with Bolas, but the double stack is crazy. Valor 20 is really good. I will 20 consume another Firestarter. It's worth the 1. We'll spin this. I do get Remove Consume. Ah, I get the Cracked, don't I? We're going to go ahead and Remove Consume into -2 Consume Alchemy, which is genius stuff. This is what you want. This is such a good card. I get a +10 magic power. I don't think it's worth it. I would love this intrinsic, but it's fine. We get Fight Club. Fight Club is pretty much... I think Fight Club is basically the baseline value you want from a room. This is just a solid room. We're going to take it. That's great. And I'm going to go ahead and cut, I think, the 2 big stewards because they're very hard to slot in. Or one of them at least. And I'll cut the Spear Steward instead. Because I can fit 1, I think. And then I think I'm actually going to purge the other guy. Right? The goal here is I need to reach my cards faster. So I want to cut something that I'm not redrawing. Spear Stewards are tough to play because I take up so much space and I can only ascend once. The Just Cause with Volas is insane tier. I think we're going to cut a Firestarter maybe? We'll cut a Firestarter, yes. 2 of them consume. Sure, this seems good. Our goal is basically to redraw that Alchemy. I want to hit 10. Where's my next dupe? Next dupe is next ring on the steel side, which is perfect. So the plan here is upgrade units. I have a lot of slots that are usable. So Firebrand can take something, Hothead can take something, great. And then I want to simultaneously dupe Alchemy so that my density on that is really good. We're going to continue playing the same way I have been, which is able to fill out the entire train. Great. How do I feel about Shield of Wing here? I'm not going to put that there. I'll put it on... We'll put it on Phoenix. Sure. That seems decent. And then some damage shield upstairs. I'll play a little bit down here. I don't mind a little bit of sap. It's not that big of a deal. Sure. Whatever. Okay. Now... I do want to greed bottom floor, but I think I self-fire starter here. Man, the fact that he lives... Is it only enemy units? When a unit without Pyrogel gains plus 6 stacks. I actually was relying on this applying the bonus Pyrogel to myself too. So, unfortunately, I mean, I still greed here, right? I still do it because it's money, right? And money is good. I would like to put, we're definitely Rising Raging this up here. Let's go ahead and continue to play around with this. We breathe fire here, it's fine. This guy will walk, that's good. Great. Basically, I want to make sure I'm still getting the value I want. Breathe fire, there it is. Alchemy is a must click. We're gonna get the money downstairs. I have to. It's the way of it. Alright, we shift one. I'm gonna shift again. It's not perfect, but I want Phoenix ending up in front here. I don't want to keep sapping myself. Let's go ahead and work on this mid-floor guy. Yeah, great. Okay, we get the Collector, which is fantastic. We're doing alright. Fight Club upstairs. I can breathe fire here, I think. This floor can go. Great. I guess I'm going to... Divinity is going somewhere. For sure. I'm going to put it on Hothead. That's fine. I'm actually also going to sacrifice this Spear Steward. We have space for it. And we'll get some effort upstairs on survivability. Yeah, okay, fine. We should be able to breathe fire here, which is good. Its next turn is the fire breathing. Next turn is fire breathing. Fair enough. I'm going to go ahead. We just shift around a whole bunch here. Great work. Play a Divinity up top. Great work. Okay. I don't win downstairs, right? Correct. Breathe fire. Great. Losing downstairs is good. Yes. Now, the real question is, do I have to do anything by, like, stabbing myself here? I don't think I need to do anything. I don't need to attack Hothead. And downstairs is looking good, as is. Alright, leave it alone. I want to buy turns, is the thing, so I can get another 2 Dragon's Horde. That's the goal. Here we go, we get it. Great, we're maxed out. Fantastic news. So now, I mean, it doesn't matter. We just go ahead, we Elevator here, this is fine. I'll play the Divinity out, it doesn't matter. Sure, we win. Great. Good, and then, I mean, this is an obvious victory. Good stuff. I'm not going to click cards here. I don't feel like it. We got what we needed. 10 Dragon's Horde. We got a greed trigger. We're doing okay. So, fantastic. Wealthy Whelp is worth a lot of money. Isn't he? He sure is. He sure is. I'm going to click this guy. I think he's good. I think he's a good unit. Blood-Soaked Arena is superior in every way to Fight Club, so we're going to click that. Man, but let me tell you, Liquid Courage looks pretty good when you add in the -1 from Vola's. Benediction does too. I think we are... I'm going to take the Blood-Soaked Arena here, I think. It's just really solid. We are going to go ahead and loot 10. Incredible. I don't think I need Dragonstone. Whelps gain Pyre Gel 3 when attacking. I'll just take Hellfire Bellows here, +1. Great news. We get another thing. When you equip a friendly unit, apply Conduit 4. We benefit from this, right? Yeah, we benefit from this. A non-zero amount. Great. Guild Marker. Sinner Salve. Dante's Footstool. Ooh, I like Dante's Footstool, actually. It draws either the Arena or the Fight Club right away. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I don't think I need the Guild Marker here. We've done enough purchasing already. I'm going to take the Footstool. Alright, I like that more. Great, we go left now. As before, stay the plan. We get some cash. Wonderful. I'm going to go in here. Titanite. Do I Titanite the Hothead? It's good, right? But basically, I mean, I think I might need to, because I don't guarantee the large stone on a reroll. And if I do, I can just put it into the Firebrand. Yeah, okay, we'll Titanite the Hothead then. I will reroll you. We get a large stone, it's fine. I'm going to just go ahead and put that into the Firebrand then. Now both of them are super tanks. I didn't need multi-strikes, like the dualism would have been great too, but it doesn't matter. So none of this really matters. And I get to purchase some removals. So let's cut. The Spear Steward I think needs to go. I'm going to go ahead and buy another cut on... Firestarter's looking great now though. Let me tell you. I think we cut the Flicker. It's not a bad card though, right? It's actually a really efficient card. I'm not doing AoE Pyre Gel most of the time. The armors though, right? Whereas Lava Armor, that's such a good one on a bottom floor, and then I can Flicker and AoE. But I could just greed it. Greed instead of Flicker. Alright, I'll greed instead of Flicker here. And I'm gonna buy one more removal. We're just gonna cut another Pyre Gel, I think. Our goal here is essentially, I really want to narrow this down, so I'm hitting alchemy like clockwork. Right? This guarantees... maybe this is overkill. I was hitting 10 without it, but this guarantees I don't have to mess around. I can just make sure I have it, which is wonderful. That's really good. Okay, I kind of want to play into mid-floor if physically possible here. I do think we want to... I think we keep our lads like this, though. I think we just play it out, right? The normal way. Right, she's large, so this steward needs to go, I think. I'm going to go ahead and Fight Club mid-floor. Actually, I'm going to Fight Club top floor. And then mid-floor can get the other one. We get Lava Armor. Lava Armor, great. I'm going to go ahead and do some shifting business here. Sure. Most of our scaling comes in the form of, once I get... He's going to breathe fire, clears most of this. Great work. Interesting. We're going to lose Fledgling pretty soon here, I think. We're going to need to bulk up Phoenix a bunch. Yeah, I think we're going to lose this Fledgling Imp. Fledgling Imp, that's not him. Yeah, he's gonna go. That's gonna have to be okay. We alchemy here. I think we give up the ghost on this one, lose this fledgling, and go for the greed instead. It's a lot of money. I'm okay with it. Fine. Let's pop the thing downstairs. I don't want it to get eaten, so we just fully get rid of it. Fine. Sure. It's actually a harder combat than it looks, you know? Alright, we get the Blood-Soaked Arena on middle, which is pretty huge. I'm going to go ahead and breathe fire here, I think. Which is great. He gets the slays. Very good. I will simply play the Shield of Wing upstairs. I wonder, I can actually protect this whelp in sort of a fun fashion, right? And he can just earn me a lot of money. That's good. I like that. Yes, bottom floor is doing fine here. Top floor, we get to breathe fire again. Great. We're going to pop one and pull one forward. Divinity upstairs. Breathe fire. Just cause, I think. Seems good. We get a Slay here, which is good for the Valor armor generation. It's part of the reason I wanted to do it. I also want to keep these curses away if possible. So, bottom floor looks like it's doing great. We get to breathe fire here on middle, which is very powerful, it turns out. I can actually just greed here. Hold up. What if greed for money? That seems good. That seems better. Being clear, even though I don't get the slays, it seems superior. I can actually ascend here and double breathe, and that's even better. So, sure, seems good to me. He's doing great. He's slayed enough that I think we're in a solid position. And we cap out. Great work. Go team. Cool, yeah. Capped out on Dragon's Horde, we are golden. Okay, good. Now I think we get more money here. Right, we go upstairs, we click on Wealthy Whelp, and he earns me $100. $100. I'm gonna click on Phoenix Fire because it's worth $5. Amazing. We win on bottom. Do I care? Does buying it 2 turns do anything for me? I don't think it does. I think we're just okay with this, right? There's no farming here, right? 4 turns, 3 turns. I only get 2. So just press end turn and we're happy. Great. Dominant position here. Absolutely dominant position here. Incredible. Great work. Alright, we should be crushing it from here. Superheated is probably pretty good. Eagle Heart is interesting because I could move all of the fledgling Valor around. Or I could Pyroclasm here and just absolutely Shadow Realm something. I think Superheated is the play if I were going to pick anything, so I'll take it. Yes, and now it is just card draw, right? I don't need any of these other things. Yeah, we're good. And we loot another 10. Fantastic. Sharpened Teeth again. It immediately pumps Hothead's damage, which I really appreciate. I don't need the Ember charge here. And Dragonstone is overkill, so sure, we'll do this. Spells gain +3. Okay, does that help me at all? Not really. I guess I'll take the Ember charge now, sure. Wanderer's Talisman's pretty good. Split Anvil is okay. We have a couple triggers here, but a lot of our stuff's free already from Bolas, so I don't really care that much. Wanderer's Talisman is nice. Because this is plus... I'm going to take this. This is +5/+5 on... What's her name? Firebrand, very reliably. And I think this is probably my arms shop angle. We've hit everything we need on the magic side at this point. I believe we have the intrinsic for turn 1. We have some upgrades on divinity. We have alchemy upgraded. I think we're golden here. So let's go to the arms shop. I don't need this Pyre remains, but whatever. It's fine. We will continue. Golden Crown 3 feels like overkill, honestly, but I guess, sure. I'm already capping out, so what is this really doing? But fair enough. Is Equalizing Rings ever good anywhere? It's pretty good on Hothead, admittedly. It's true. That's pretty true. It's 0 cost. Sure, I'll take it. Let's re-roll here, see what we hit. Anything better? Zone of Silence is a yes, please. Cursed Twin Blade. That's like just pure benefit on Fledgling, so we take that. The merge here is what? If I were gonna merge here, I want to do lava armor on Wing, but I also really like lava armor on Equalizing Rings for Hothead. I think the play is lava armor into Shield of Wing first because it's so immediately impactful. I could just take this void armament randomly for the other fledgling. Sure, we'll grab it. And I get to make something deployable, which is great. So let's make... I'm playing all 3 floors, so I'm not as prioritizing on the Zone of Silence. I think intrinsic on... or not intrinsic, deployable is the word. On another room card is pretty good. So I get one and I draw the other one every time. That's pretty decent. I like the deployable Blood-Soaked Arena here. Which Ember do I have in deployment right now? 6 altogether. So that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can play a 2 Ember thing in deployment. Twin Blade? No, it's not that. This basically just tells me it's not the merged equipment here, right? I think it is my other room card, if I'm being clear. So we get... which one do I really want? Because I have 3 now. What needs to be the one that I pick up? I'm not as afraid of Zone of Silence being immediate because I have playing all 3 floors. So I think let's make sure we always get Blood-Soaked Arena because this causes our buddy to pop off. Okay. Do I purge here? No, I'm going to save my cash. Let's look at the alcove first. I don't think there's anything that can actually make this fail, but... oh, Dante's Footstool I actually really like. Gain 2 random artifacts? No. Historian's Razor is a pure negative for me right now because of... yeah, alright, we just leave. Bummer. I think this event should only show up earlier in a run where it can make a... well, you can make a formative decision around it, you know? Because the problem is right now it's like there's no world I could take it. I can get away with the Pyre Dampener here, so I will. Okay. Good stuff. Let's put... this is Savagery's Final Assault. We definitely need Firebrand downstairs still. Hothead middle. This mostly plays out the way you would expect. Right? We get the Blood-Soaked Arena. We get the Fight Club. Decent. Alchemy first. Let's pull around. Let's play Divinity. Ooh, where? Let's put it on mid-floor here. I'm going to load up this Gladiator. Okay. I think we're in a pretty decent spot. Snap the Alchemy. We have Zone of Silence is really important here. I could Greed. Could Greed. I am going to Greed. I don't need the Zone of Silence here, do I? Breathe Fire middle, I think, is pretty much always happening. Play the Equalizing Rings out. Breathe Fire. We get the Lava Armor downstairs. Great, this guy makes it upstairs and then proceeds to pass away. It's a good thing I didn't Zone of Silence downstairs. Look, Collector. I keep forgetting Collector can show up on this game, right? I keep forgetting that that's an option. Wealthy Whelp. You're so important, my man. You're about to earn me so much cash. So, get in there, champ. Money. Money is good. Where am I putting this? Let's put this on... it doesn't actually help Hothead that much. Put it upstairs. Sure, why not? We'll chill. We are kind of fighting a little bit of not enough Ember on the... what is this? The Pyre Dampener level here, but... okay, first, ascend the Lad. We're going to go ahead and do some Just Cause action, and then we play the Twin Blade out. That's pretty good. Unfortunately, we lose Wealthy Whelp. Rip, my man, but that's okay. Alright, we're clearing this out. Goodbye, my whelp. I could have maybe made that work, but it's fine. Alright, we do get merged equipment upstairs at long last. I think that's really good. We will click it. I'm going to pop one of these guys on mid-floor here, and the rest is chilling. Good. We get the Fire Breath here, which should just slay to very high levels. We get the breathe fire upstairs, so we don't have to worry too much about any of this. Breathe fire, very good. Cool, and then we can even do Rising Rage into a Just Cause here. We should be fine, right? We should be fine. Yeah, great work. Do I win on bottom floor? Man, I almost win on bottom floor, which is unhinged, I think, but it's fine. Cool, so we can play the Zone of Silence down here. It's entertaining. It doesn't make a big difference because we're killing that one enemy, which is the one that could hurt us. If I were not killing the front guy, this would matter more, but we're alright. Man, she just crushes here. Crazy. And I win on this floor, so I think the play is we just go ahead and greed for $10 and we're chilling, right? None of this other stuff matters. It's too bad I couldn't get the Void Armament onto a Train Steward here, but it doesn't really matter, right? 300 damage from his breath attack, that's pretty cool. Make It Rain is a good payout for stuff. Mind Cage is incredible. It's a little late, but I'm going to take it. This is a much better pick than some of the other ones for Hothead, so we'll take that. Very good. And I mean, I think a -1 Benediction is just a pure benefit here. We should crush, thanks to the loot from this one. Medallion of Superiority is a snap click. I love that artifact. Right, +6/+6 to my guys is just really efficient. Really good. Shale Shell. Equipping a friendly unit reduces its cooldown by 2. I guess we could double attack with Hothead or Phoenix, potentially. I mean, I think this is more impactful. I'm not going to go ahead and fire attack my own guy with Taskmaster's Lash. So let's Shale Shell, I guess. Manifold Mirror. You wanna take the Golden Idol when I have no more trials? I always love these relics. Really good early, really bad later. Manifold Mirror is not bad. It lets me echo the Blood-Soaked Arena before drawing the Zone of Silence, but I don't think it's really the big payout. I think we just take Winged Steel and draw an extra card here. We have the Ember to play all this stuff, so that's good. Now, where the heck do I go here? Removals are still good. Dupe is good too, right? I think. You could dupe the merged equipment. I could just pay for removals, right? Did I ever get the guild marker? No, I didn't. It doesn't matter. Do I need any steel upgrades? I don't think so. No. I think we go to the right. It's fine. And none of these are that impactful, I don't think. Sure. We'll look in here. Hall of Mirrors, that's silly, but I don't think it helps me a lot. Yeah, okay, here we go. So, man, it's a real bummer seeing expanded coffers this late. I could have really used this. I could have had so much if I'd seen this earlier. That's okay. Now, sketches, we've tried this. This is bottom first, so you can abuse this potentially for a free extra unit on bottom floor. Kind of interesting. I think it's always Emote Tome, and it's not particularly close here. That's just such a nuts card that it's really worth it. You get double Sanctuaries, double Selfless Sacrifices, whatever. Removal-wise, we definitely cut the Train Steward. Even if I do the sketches, it's definitely important he's gone, so great. What else do you cut at this point? Good question. I think I'm going to cut a Fire Starter, I guess. Maybe Greed is better to cut? I don't know. It's a tough call. I don't need the money. Greed did fine. I'm gonna cut it though. I think we don't need the money anymore, so I'd rather have the single Fire Starter. Am I playing into sketches? That's the real question. I think I'd rather Elevator here and play into the lower floors, So with that in mind, what would the floor look like, right? It'd basically be like, can I get Hothead on the same floor as Firebrand? And the answer is yes, but I kind of like them being separate. So let's re-roll here. Yeah, we click Hell Heart for sure. Crown of the Eternal is really good on Phoenix with 80 health, so we'll take that too. Okay, so it's looking like some additional removals. I get a merge. I should take a merge. Yeah, so one merge is going to be Lava Armor into Mind Cage for your lad. The question is, I'm not gaining benefit from the Valor if I play into the Equalizing Rings, so I think we're not going to do rings on this. The Equalizing Rings is just an extra good thing to hit, so we're going to go Lava Armor on the... Yeah, Lava Armor plus Mind Cage for Hothead. Deployable-wise, I have an extra Ember I'm not spending, right? Because one is going into the Blood-Soaked Arena, so I can deployable something else. I think the answer here is I deployable the other room, so I'm playing all three in turn one, which is really good. So I think we deployable that. I can now buy a removal. What do we cut here? That's a good question. I guess I can actually cut the Wealthy Whelp. I don't need my money anymore. He gets in the way a little bit. Sure, we'll get rid of him. I get another purge? One more purge. What do we get rid of here? I actually do think I cut this fire starter now, right? I'm getting rid of all of my pings. How do I feel about that? Having one ping is probably worthwhile, so maybe we cut a Just Cause instead. That's fine. Okay, I think we've done the best we can, so let's go ahead and blast Seraph, right? Sure, let's do it. Alright. We should crush this. I've probably overthought most of this run, but I think we're golden. So we do Firebrand downstairs. I don't have to overthink this, right? No, I don't think I do. And then we kind of just play all of this stuff in. We get the arena here. Oh, what? The Footstool hit my deployable card? I thought it would always pick the one that was not deployable. Oh, that kind of sucks. Oh, I'm not as happy about that. Yeah, well, fair enough. Okay, good to know. Ah, yes, see, your man immediately perishes, but this is why we invented selfless sacrifice. And because of Emote Tome, which is somewhere on my list, I can kind of protect both of them, right? Great, and then we breathe fire on him. Great stuff. Divinity, let's put this middle, because he's still going to have his thing, right? His thing being the melee weakness. And then I can place the merged equipment downstairs. I'm going to temporarily use Equalizing Rings on middle. Good. Great. Seems okay to me. Bottom floor has gone mad with power. We have to watch out for Hotheads dying. Yes. Hothead dying is bad. Now we will play merged equipment here. If I breathe, I'm not dying, right? Right. We still get hit here, which is important. We need to defensive up here a little bit. So fire starter. Let's put this on the spookier floor. Should be okay. We've gotten rid of the melee weakness on 2 of my very important floors here, so that's great. I will assemble the squad, I think. Breathe fire first. It's a lot of gained valor here. It's actually really good. So let's... We ascend. We advance. We just play the advance. I'm going to go ahead and play a divinity upstairs. He still has his melee weakness, so this is an important consideration, I think. And then we flex on him with the Dragon's Horde. Okay, now he goes upstairs here, right? But we have this guy in front, so we win, right? We survive the melee weakness, which is huge. We get the Twin Blade up here, which is great. I must end with... Yeah, I must end with Phoenix in front. Very important. Don't play the Sanctuary. So let's... Yeah, see, it completely ruins everything if I don't have Phoenix in front here. So let's... I get 3 more, so we go advance, advance, advance. And then we breathe fire on the boss. We hot head middle, and we're chilling. Great, the melee weakness is gone. We now have it. Okay, we should win from here, right? We figured it out. I'm going to Benediction. I would rather actually Divinity into Divinity here, I think. It's just really good, it turns out. And then we breathe fire middle, and we're crushing. Cool, good. Good stuff, honestly. I'm feeling really strong about this run. Firebrand is doing excellent work. We can finally play the Void Armament upstairs, which puts us in a pretty good position. I get the triple here, which is great. Fire starter, sure. Let's kill the boss, huh? Is, I think, the main play. I didn't breathe fire. Oh no, look at me. I'm making mistakes or something. Super doesn't matter. He's too powerful to be contained. Breathe fire, we kill here. Yeah, great. I mean, I don't have to overthink this. Here's Benediction 1, Benediction 2. Just absolutely crush here. Sure, it doesn't matter. We have a win on this. Pre-relentless still, so good stuff. Oh no! Turns out Demonic Fledgling is a good unit. What do I do? Alright, great. Incredible work. We win. Look at us go. I feel so happy about that. We got a real solid victory out of that. I like Demonic Fledgling. I'm going to be real. I've seen a lot of people trash on him. I think he's good. I really like him. The fact that he is a non-shifter who benefits from shift is really solid. So, let's talk about that for a moment. I think he's a really good card. I'm just going to say it. Now, is he as strong as Firebrand or Hothead? Probably not. Those cards are absolutely cracked. But those cards are also designed for a world where you're able to play a guy on its own floor and it lives, right? They are designed to survive and also retaliate. So, with that in mind, those cards are just built different. They're intended for a different purpose. Fledgling, he is on your main floor. He's smacking. And he does a great job of it. He scales himself by attacking, which immediately makes him the best cursed Twin Blade user, right? Strike Gain Valor 2 perfectly offsets this. If I don't have the dualism, it's 1 Valor, perfectly, 1-to-1, easy. Free multi-strike for him. Dualism obviously benefits him a truckload, but he also gains this rage, which is huge. So, if you're thinking... I don't know, I've got a little bit of shift in my run. That's great. He can still benefit from that. Really good stuff. I like this guy. I think he plays much nicer in a run that's not very heavily leaning into shift, which we had. That's exactly what we were doing. We had a little bit of it, so sure, why not? But so it wasn't causing problems. He wasn't losing value, right? But at the same time, he didn't need it to gain value. I actually really like that. He's an important part of this clan, I think. I think we'll find this out when we see what the pieces we're missing from Banished, right? We don't know what the alternative champion is. We don't know what some of the higher ranked unlocks, right? We've seen some of them, but with the mystery box, but we haven't played with them very regularly. So I think with those in mind, he will shine much better. But meanwhile, yes, it turns out Firebrand and Hothead are heroes of our time. They just sit on a floor and absolutely crush in their own way. Firebrand completely never dies and just smacks the front dude. Hothead burns everything away. It just kills enemies and is a little less durable than Firebrand. Nuts. I think the real trick to the demo, if you want to win every run, find one of the damage shield cards and get intrinsic on it, right? It's just really important. There's your hot tip for surviving the demo. Now, obviously, this will look different when we see different Seraphs and other things, but still. Anyway, not much else to add. Turns out Dragon's Hoard is great. I'm really pleased with the early hidden coffers. Wish we could have seen the chest earlier too. Wasn't going to pick it on ring 8, of course, obviously. I could have flexed on Seraph, I guess, but it wouldn't have done anything. If in the future we know that the Titans are a thing that you can fight, if that behaves similarly to the Divinity, which is an extra combat, then I might have taken it, right? Because then I would have, maybe you can buy it out. I guess I'm assuming that you have an opportunity to cash out the Dragon's Hoard between combat. Well, you would get it in the reward screen, right? So I think that would work. But then I would have done it. So we'll see. I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully, if they do, man, I have so many opinions on the Divinity. So many opinions. Hopefully, we don't have like a top floor sweep situation again because, well, I guess Tethys doesn't exist, so who's worried about it, right? If Tethys doesn't exist, I can't complain about sweep on top floor, so whatever. So fair enough. Anyway, we'll see what we learn. I'm excited for it. Hopefully, we get some reveals on that in April. But I will let you go there. Incredible work, team. We get another victory. So, hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.